Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, March 17, 2023. The Sun forms its annual alignment with Neptune today, illuminating your more idealistic yearnings and spiritual needs, particularly related to relationships. If you've been feeling a lack on an intimate level, this can also magnify. There can be questions of boundaries or confusion over shared resources that may require some vigilance. If, instead, you're meeting your expectations, this can be a time of increased intimacy and connection that feels magical. Consider that if you're personally invested in something, it can be harder to see things clearly this week. There is a tendency to stretch beyond your reasonable limits, and while this can be good in moderation, pushing things too far is unlikely to pay off. Kept in check, this can be a fine time to connect with your dreams. Trust your intuition when it comes to matters of intimacy and sensuality today and tomorrow. Mental Mercury, the cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication, will swim through distant seas. He will link in a conjunction with ethereal Neptune. Neptune continues to orbit in your solar house of sexuality. Powerful messages in dreams or from the universe could be appearing for you to face. It is likely these will be positive and sweet messages rather than dark ones, which is delightful. If you need to face any traumas around relationships, today and tomorrow could also help you do so. It might be a more grounded workday. You may not feel as theatrical or outwardly emotional about work since the moon will enter its detriment, Capricorn. Luckily, this stable lunar energy is just what you need to visualize all of your professional and financial possibilities while the Sun in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. The conjunction will encourage you to be more self-reflective as you consider your entanglements, debts, and assets. You could play around with a few ideas by visualizing how something may go while getting through your to-do list. As an alignment between the Sun and Neptune in your financial sector peaks, this is bringing together the Sun's call to have your eyes open and head out of the sand and Neptune's call to keep your rose-colored glasses on. Neptune is all about the dream and the Sun is all about the reality, but if you want to turn dreams into reality, the two have to come together, which they do today. The aspect at play reminds you that your future starts today. This is a good time to ask yourself, what do you want for your health? Do you want to ignore your body until invasive medical measures are required? Or do you want to have an informed, delightful experience of nurturing your body and your mind in a more preventive fashion? If you prefer the latter, maybe it's time to invest in an informative text, a healthy cookbook, a holistic hygiene reference, or a book on feng shui. There's a plethora of information available on parenting. Books, movies, courses, there's no end. And then there are all of the terrific sites on the internet that you have at your disposal. Unfortunately, kids aren't born with how-to manuals. If they were, it would sure make things a lot easier. But still, you can find out anything you need to if there's something that's stumping you. On this family-oriented day, take the time to have a look. You're sure to come up with some ideas by researching a little. In the heart of the working week and just as Venus is spending her last full day in an adventurous part of your chart, the moon is wrapping up its monthly visit to a playful and creative part. It was their friendly aspect yesterday that may have made it harder for the working week to compete, but with the moon returning to your work sector today and Venus to your career sector tomorrow, the pendulum is starting to shift. With things still in transition, you have your best chance of finding the right balance between work and play. As Venus, the planet of love, reaches her last full day in an adventurous part of your chart, her mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together has been given a serious boost thanks to the romantically charged lunar vibes of the last few days. However, with the moon gone and Venus leaving tomorrow, this is something that needs to be captured and nurtured as life prepares to take a busier turn. Our eyes in the sky. Today marks a significant astrological event as the Sun and Neptune align in the zodiac sign of Pisces. This alignment may bring to the forefront some emotional issues that you may have been suppressing or avoiding lately. With the recent prevalence of Earth energy in the skies, you might have found yourself channeling all your focus and energy towards work, neglecting the emotional aspect of your life. However, this alignment serves as a reminder that it's essential to take time for emotional processing and addressing any unresolved issues in your relationships. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and let emotional baggage accumulate, but avoiding these issues can lead to negative consequences in the long run. Therefore, take this opportunity to reflect on your emotions and relationships and identify any areas that need attention. Remember, it's okay to take a step back from work and prioritize your emotional well-being. Give yourself the space and time to address these issues, and don't hesitate to seek help if necessary. As you confront these challenges, keep in mind that growth and healing come with facing and overcoming obstacles. Use this alignment as a catalyst for positive change in your life and relationships. The Sagittarius moon forms a delightful trine with Venus in Aries, creating a romantic and social atmosphere. This aspect encourages us to prioritize spending time with our friends and loved ones, exploring new places, and seeking adventures. The fiery influence of this alignment may spark a desire for spontaneity and excitement, leading to some memorable experiences. While many of us may be asleep during the late-night hours when this aspect perfects, our dreams may still be influenced by this romantic energy. We may find ourselves dreaming of characters that bring us feelings of joy, love, and abundance. After this aspect perfects, the moon enters a void period that lasts until dawn. This is a time where it's best to focus on deepening established relationships rather than forming new connections. Use this period to strengthen bonds with those you already have close ties with. Overall, this alignment creates a favorable atmosphere for socializing and romance. It's a time to embrace the fiery energy and indulge in new experiences with those we love. However, it's also essential to balance this energy with a focus on nurturing our existing relationships. By doing so, we can make the most of this romantic and social aspect and create meaningful connections that will last beyond the moment. As the sun rises, the moon enters Capricorn, leaving behind its void of course. This shift in astrological energy marks a period of emotional sobriety and seriousness that will last for the next 2 days. During this time, we may find ourselves drawn to traditions and projects that have a lasting impact. While some may see us as a stick in the mud during this period, it's important to note that we are not opposed to having fun. Rather, we recognize the value of our time and energy and are unwilling to waste it on frivolous activities that do not contribute to our long-term goals. Under the influence of Capricorn's disciplined energy, we may find ourselves motivated to work hard towards our objectives and invest in activities that will benefit us in the long run. This may mean setting aside time for personal development or contributing to meaningful projects that align with our values. While this may be a serious period emotionally, it's also a time of great potential and productivity. By focusing our energy on tasks that matter and contribute to our growth, we can make significant progress towards our goals and create a sense of fulfillment that lasts beyond this astrological period.